Without further ado, please welcome your host, Kip Bybee.
Welcome to the Torchcast. I am your host, Kip Bybee. This is our first episode of the year. I'm sorry to Jake Law, who I recorded with last week and then lost the file. Jake, I'll have you back on. Today, I have with me Raymoan McAfee. Is that how you say it?
Yes, sir.
Raymoan is a Ferris student, and he's an assistant basketball coach here at Ferris.
Yes.
How's it going, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. All right. What year are you at Ferris?
I'm a graduate student, actually.
Okay, what are you studying now?
Education.
Nice. So how much time you got left?
A year, supposedly, but I was thinking about changing my major to kinesiology.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So then you probably have more time after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are you addicted to school?
Of course not. Of course not.
How long have you been the assistant coach of the team?
This is my third year. I'm entering my third year right now.
Nice. So how's it going?
Pretty good. Since I've been on the staff, we back-to-back GLIAC champions, tournament champions. Yep. So it's been a fun ride so far.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
All right. And you probably play on the team yourself, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
I transferred in fall 2012 from Bethune-Cookman University. I played my last 2 years here, and I fell in love with the atmosphere, the coaching staff, players, everything. So
nice. That's good times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go through some news stories. Not all of them, because we'd be here all night, but I found some interesting ones. And then Raymoan has some stuff he wants to talk about. So we'll start off. Founders Day was last week, written by Harley Harrison. Students, staff, and community members celebrated Founders Day in the Quad. Iser gave a speech. People ate food, listened to music, and got info about the school. Did you go to that?
I stopped by. We had recruits up on campus. So
yeah, nice.
We took them by. It was a good time.
Yeah. I was there last year, but I didn't get a chance to go out this year. I did see it, though. All right. In huge news, sushi has been added to the Quad's menu. This is an article by Megan Heiler. You probably know Megan Heiler. She's over there in the athletic.
Softball.
Right? She's a pitcher. So people, I guess, were driving to GR to get their sushi. I know I had a couple friends that did that. But now they can just get it right here on campus at the Quad. Also, if you don't have meal passes, you can stop by the market and pick up a tray. Not sure how much those cost, but I can't imagine they're too bad.
$7 a tray
$7.
on average.
Anyway, that strange voice was Andrew, who's sitting with us today. He'll be in the second half of this show answering some questions with me. Yeah, so good time. Sushi. I'm not a big sushi fan, but that'll be good for the people that like it. Raymoan, you into sushi?
No.
No?
No. More for everybody else.
Yeah, they can enjoy it. All right. This week in serious news is National Suicide Prevention Week. An article by Travis Socher. I guess over 5,000 young adults commit suicide every year. So this article went into detail about the statistics and it's Suicide Prevention Week, so steps you can take to prevent it. But just some points here. Some risk factors are mental illness, traumatic life experiences, prior suicidal attempts or actions, a sense of isolation, lack of support, impulsivity issues, substance abuse, poor coping skills, access to a suicide method. So, if you know someone with these risk factors in their life, that's something you gotta step in. It's very important to seek counseling, take care of yourself, and take comfort in your friends and family. Just biggest piece of advice: go talk to someone if you have issues with that. Next story: Michigan Renaissance Festival. This is an article written by Alexandra Bourne. I'm not really sure what Renaissance Festival is all about, but if that's your thing, that's going on in Holland for the next few weekends. Raymoan, would you ever stop by a Renaissance Festival?
No, never even stepped into Holland, so probably not.
Andrew says he's been there. I don't know. What goes on at those things?
Well, there's some people who take it to the extreme. They dress up as knights
all that old kind of stuff. A lot of people just go because there's really good turkey legs. There's like jousting. There's some pretty cool stuff there.
So they just can't wait for Halloween or what?
Yeah, it's a lot of them. They that's their pilgrimage. They go there and they have a lot of fun.
Oh man, I can't even imagine. But if that's your thing, it's in Holland. That's something you'll have to look up, though. I don't have an address for you. Another piece of news: tennis is starting. That's all I really have on it. Last season we went 25-5 in tennis, so definitely we got our work cut out for us if we want to beat that. We had a great season. September 9 is our first match, and that is in Wisconsin. So if you're a huge Ferris tennis fan, you have a long plane ride. Ramon, when does basketball start, or has it started?
We started preseason workout today, actually.
Nice. How'd those go?
We working. We got a lot of new faces, a lot of young guys, so we're just trying to, work them in. They're getting used to the college speed, the college strength, things like that. Typical freshman stuff, but it went pretty good.
Yeah, good. Well, I don't think any first practice is ever going to be perfectly smooth, but I'm sure we will get them into shape, and hopefully we have as good of a season as last year.
Last 2 seasons.
Yeah, last couple of seasons we've been kicking ass. All right, and one last thing from the newspaper is an opinion by Angie Graff. And somehow, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can sometimes see the future. I knew Angie was going to write this opinion as soon as she could. It is about Brock Turner. You guys remember the guy? He was charged with sexual assault.
He got out of jail?
Yeah, he got out of jail. I guess he was in jail for, a few weeks? It was pretty ridiculous. Everyone I know wouldn't agree with the judge's sentence on that. I guess the judge said it would have a severe impact on him to spend time in jail or something like that. But I don't know if you guys read the victim's impact statement, but it was heartbreaking. Not cool. Not cool at all. Good opinion by Angie, and that is our paper this week. Ramon, you are part of what fraternity?
Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay. Now talk about that a little bit. What's going on with them?
Kappa is a great organization. I mean, since I've been in so far, I've got a ton of connections from guys who I wouldn't even never imagine, being in the same room with. I mean, it was just a blessing for me, especially in the position that I was in at the time I was in it. Brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi really helped me out. So.
Nice. Did you join when you were an undergrad or recently?
No, last year. Last semester.
Okay.
Spring semester.
When's your rush, or when are you recruiting?
We do a private recruitment.
Okay.
People come up to us and tell us, I want to be a part of this organization, and then we just, give them information, tell them to do their research. Spring semester, then we have a short process.
Okay, so it's not like other fraternities that you have to go to a bunch of events and stuff. It's different. It's more.
I mean, to show interest, yes, you should.
Right.
So
you got to come out. Okay.
Yes.
Good times. What's your favorite Kappa memory?
Making it in.
Making it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
It's good times. I'm a part of a fraternity too, and I can tell you, Ramon is absolutely correct. You meet people you would have never met. You have a lot of great experiences. It's all good. So, anything else you want to talk about?
Yes, I have a few notes here.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Kappa Alpha Psi was founded January 5th, 1911, on the campus of Indiana University. Kappa Alpha Psi is actually the first predominantly black fraternity to be founded on a predominantly white campus, which was Indiana. Our motto is achievement in every field of human endeavor, which is really what our nickname are, the Noops. The Noops, that's what we work for. We strive for every day. We try to do the best we can. We got a high quality for everything, like no matter what it is, down to our socks type thing. So, I mean, Kappa Week is coming up. Kappa Week will be October 23rd through the 29th. We got a lot of great events planned for the campus. We have a Jim Crow tour that we will set up for a lot of students who haven't, visited that museum. That's a great asset to our university that I think shouldn't be wasted. Every student should, at least peek in there one time.
And that's in the basement of Flight, correct?
Yep, in the Flight basement. We have a Kappa workshop, which is going to be the first time this has been done within our organization. We're going to give a lot of information to the freshmen or anybody who seeks information that you don't learn at orientation.
Right.
So that's what we plan to do. That we have a Dear Dad documentary for those who grow up without fathers, which was put together by one of our own fraternity brothers from this chapter.
Cool.
He's doing really big things with the music. I mean, with the videos.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting a lot of weddings. Got his own company, Cardiac Films. So we think it'd be a good idea to show what he's done and how he's trying to voice out his message to people like him.
Where can you go to see that documentary?
It will be held in the OMSS, the Office of Multicultural Student Services, which is in Flight 159.
Right. Yep. Lobby of the library.
Yep. And we have a breast cancer walk, which we do annually every Kappa week. We walk around campus. We give people a chance to share, their memories about a loved one who they lost or who has cancer. Actually, my uncle just died from cancer in April, so that'll be a big thing for me. So we just try to raise awareness, because October is cancer month. So that's what it will be. That would be Kappa Week, and of course we have to have a Halloween party. Got to unwind after all that business. So.
Right. I was gonna say it's gonna be a fun week, and then you got Halloween right after.
Yeah. So, I mean, Kappa is a great organization. You can contact any member of Kappa Alpha Psi to learn any more information you desire.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I have one more question for you, and I'm surprising you with this, so if you don't have anything right off the bat, that's fine. But one thing I want to talk about, we talked about it with Jake, but like I said, I lost that one. Advice for freshmen. Do you have a piece of advice you'd like to give the incoming students or new students?
Yes. Limit your parties. You're gonna be here for a long time. Don't try to get all the partying in one semester or 1 year. You're not missing anything. Every party is going to be the same.
Yeah.
Almost. So I mean, just hit the books first. It's not worth going to that party and you slipping in classes. Then you won't be able to go to anything else for the next 3 years because you might be at home.
Right.
So,
right. You're gonna have to play catch up.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
Yes. BGC actually, you said something about Black Greek Council. Reminding me, we have an icebreaker coming up, which will be like the first official party. It's a Greek party. All the Greek organizations are welcome. It's hosted by the Black Greek Council. It will be September 16th. It will be next Friday. We welcome everybody to come out, as well as Get Acquainted Day will be next Thursday, the 15th. And you can come out and find more information about any organization, especially to the freshmen. You got to get involved. So, and shortly after that, we will have a yard show, which organization will put on a nice show for the people who don't know much about them.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Raymoan.
No problem.
All right. We're going to take a quick break here, and then I'm going to be back with Andrew. All right, we're back here with the Torchcast. That was Raymoan McAfee, a super nice guy, my new friend. And now we have Andrew Kapanowski. That's the third time he's told me how to pronounce his name, and I've forgotten every time. But Andrew and I are going to go through some questions. But first, Andrew, what is your major?
I'm in pre-optometry. I'm in my third year of that. Trying for the 3+4 program to get into MCO potentially, but maybe 4+4. We'll see how that goes.
All right. We're going to adjust the microphone here, so if you hear a little rustling, that's what that is. All right. And what year you say you are in your third year of optometry, and then you got one more year, and then 3 more years? How does that work?
Potentially 1 more year, but 4 years of grad school.
Yeah,
for
okay,
sure.
4 more years. Yeah. All right, well, hopefully it'll be worth it. I can't imagine it won't be.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, optometry. My optometrist, he went to Ferris.
Okay, yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah. He gave me a great prescription for contact lenses, so thank you. All right, so we have some questions that were submitted anonymously to the Torchcast. I think some people were confused about who they were asking. Other people were my friends and were making fun of me, and other people were just mean. But I have condensed the questions down to the most relevant ones, and that's what we're going to go through. So, first one, I've been head over heels for Kip ever since my freshman year. How on earth do I ever get over him? I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I should just deal with it. When I mentioned my friends, I think that must have been one of them. Or if it was true, then yeah, it's just probably not possible. We're going to go fast because I got to get to the gate here. Also, I want to mention that we're on the 3rd floor of Flight, so I want to say thank you to Flight, and I want to say thank you, and I'm sorry to the people around us that have to put up with our voices, because 3rd floor is the silent floor. Here's a serious question. How many internships should a college student have prior to graduating? My answer is as many as you can without starving. I mean, you got to get a job that pays at some point, too, probably. Andrew, what do you think?
I'd say definitely look into what's required or recommended and do that minimum, and then from there see what you can handle. I agree with Kip that more experience is better, but you also need to make sure that you're supporting your own schooling. So
Yeah.
You got to find that good balance.
I used to think that it was super unfair and unjust that we had to work for free, and I've since come around to realize that we should really appreciate the experience we learn. I mean, we have the opportunity to go to a job for a summer or a few months or whatever it is and find out if we like it or not. I mean, it's working for free for 3 months is a lot less expensive than paying your way through school, getting a job, and then learning you hate it and having to go back to school or have to find a different job. So I've come around to appreciate the internship. All right. How many extracurricular activities is too much for a college student? Andrew, what do you think?
Well, they can vary college student to college student depending on how much you can handle yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd start with 1 or 2 and see how that works out for you. I wouldn't spread yourself too thin over a lot of them. I'd pick a couple and get involved and have a leadership position in them. I've heard that's a really good thing to do, more so than being in a lot of them and not having a leadership position. But I just pick a couple, see how you're handling it, and then maybe pick a couple more if you feel like you can handle it.
I agree. You should do what you can, but you got to remember playing Xbox is not an extracurricular activity. I think that you should be in as much stuff as you can and still be able to get good grades. Other than that, like if your extracurricular activities are cutting into your Wii bowling time, then maybe you should, do something. Join something, because you don't learn enough in classes to prepare you for the real world. And Jesus Christ, Andrew is in optometry, or pre-optometry, and he still finds time to be on the executive board of at least one RSO. I'm sure you're in more.
Technically CRs and MFCR, but
right. We'll get to that. We're going to talk about college Republicans when we're done with the questions. But take a page from the old Andrew playbook and get out there and do some stuff. Which parent is more important in a child's life? Weird question. Probably equal, I guess.
I think that's a trick question.
I guess
they both have their role, and I think that they're both beautiful roles, and without one, you need both. They both have. Some people manage with one, but the way the family was built and founded.
Yes, ideally you'd have 2 parents, each one taking on what the other one can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, work as a team.
Right. Yeah. And what I think happened is one of my parents asked this question to see how I felt. Is that what you think? I don't know. Probably not. Did Bush do 9/11?
Wow.
These questions are serious, man. I don't think he did 9/11. I'm reading his book right now, Decision Points, and he does not make any specific hints at him doing 9/11, perpetrating it. And one thing to remember, and I'm not the guy that gets offended or whines about anything, but I think there's some things that maybe shouldn't poke fun at, and I think 9/11 is probably one of them. I mean,
right around the anniversary too.
right. And I'm not saying you're a bad guy, whoever asked that. It's like an internet meme, Bush did 9/11, but there's probably a lot of people that 9/11 brings up some bad memories, and there's a lot of people that lost their lives. So let's take it easy with the 9/11 stuff. All right, rumors are circulating that Ferris Fest is being put on hiatus after the actions of Lupe Fiasco. Can you confirm or deny these rumors? No. I don't even know what Lupe Fiasco did. I wasn't there, so I haven't heard anything of Andrew.
I think there was some kind of something with one of the people in the crowd, and I think somebody said that he sucked or something like that, and he told them to leave. There was some skirmish or something like that.
It doesn't seem like something they'd put it on hiatus for.
I wasn't there. But
I don't know why they would. I think it's always a good time, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's good for the school.
So many things nowadays get ruined by one person, so we'll see what turns out.
Will anyone at Ferris admit they are voting for Donald Trump in November? Will anyone at Ferris vote in November? I'm sure a lot of people will vote. I'm going to vote. Andrew, I'm sure, is going to vote. Will I admit that I'm voting for Trump? Not right now because I haven't decided. But at some point, maybe, if it comes to that. Andrew, would you admit that you're voting for Trump?
Well, I'm kind of at the same point you're at. I am not committed yet because he's such a roller coaster that I don't know really where he stands on most of his issues because he flip-flops all the time.
Yeah.
So I honestly can't say right now because he's not consistent enough.
Well, I can tell you that I'm not going to vote for Hillary. I can definitely commit to that. Let's see. What's next here? Do you know how to spell Torchcast? I think that's in reference to me spelling Torchcast wrong on the survey. So I do now. Thank you. Do we really need a school newspaper? How does the staff represent us, the student body? The answer is, I thought about this one a lot, actually. The answer is no, we don't need a school newspaper because we don't need anything. We don't need a library. We don't need office of OMSS. These are things that make our school better. The Torch is an opportunity for journalism students, graphic designers, photography people, TDMP people to get experience in the field. And it's also the news source from the students. I mean, you can go on Ferris's website and get some of the news, but it's not written by students. It's not put together by students. So I think the Torch is very valuable in our school. And also, you asked, how does the staff represent the students? We are made of students. We are all students. The only people on the Torch's payroll are students. So that's how we represent them.
Can normal students not on the Torch, can they have input on any of the articles, things like
Andrew, let me tell you, I was the opinions editor last semester, and I couldn't pay people to write for the Torch. I went to RSOs, I talked to everybody I know about, hey, will you write an opinion? Do you have anything you want to say? And for as much as people complain that they don't have a voice, I couldn't pay someone to write. I got my friend Jake Law to write. I probably had to buy him dinner or something. That's the only person I got. That's the only person I recruited to write that wasn't a Torch employee. So anyone can apply and anyone can get a job at the Torch. For instance, I'm a psychology major. I'm not in journalism or anything, and I applied and got in. So if you really, really want to get your voice heard, all you have to do is contact someone or apply. That is what I have to say about that. There's like two questions on here that ask why we bash Greek life, both in different words. I don't know what you're talking about because the only place we would ever bash anything would be one person's opinion in the opinion section, and I was the opinions editor last semester, and I saw no negative Greek life opinion go out, and I saw one positive one. If you might be referencing a news story about the Greek alcohol policy in which nobody bashed students, we just bashed Greek life. We just reported on the new policies. So I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right. One last question, and then we have a couple more things to talk about. Why is Hillary Clinton not fit to be president? Andrew, I'm going to let you take this one.
Well, the biggest reasons I think are her moral standings with, she lies left right.
Right.
She panders to the different audiences that she speaks to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gone on for a long, long time. It's nothing new. And I think that's a quality that I really don't want to see in a president. I want somebody who's honest, and who abides by their morals.
Who has morals at all?
Yeah, stands up for what they believe in, and no matter who they're talking to, doesn't just flip their views for the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And besides the fact that I don't agree with a lot of what she says anyways, or any of it. So
besides her policies, I have a metaphor for what Hillary Clinton's life is like, and this is related to college students. So this is in reference to Benghazi. This is in reference to emails. It's like if a student who was 19 years old was walking down the sidewalk with a beer in their hand, and a cop pulled up and said, "Hey, can I see your ID?" She shows him the ID. It says 19, and she goes to court. And in court, the judge says, "All right, look, a cop pulled you over. You had a beer in your hand, an open beer, and you had an ID that said you were 19, so that was underage drinking." And Hillary Clinton speaks up and says, "No, I wasn't underage drinking, and I'm strongly against anyone drinking underage. And by the way, I've donated a lot of money to the DARE program, so I don't think I was underage drinking, and anyone that says that is making a baseless claim." And then she walks out of the courtroom, and the judge watches her, the bailiff watches her, the prosecutor watches her, and nobody does anything. She has been called out. She's been proven. It's been proven that she's lied repeatedly, and nothing ever is done about it because she's so powerful. It's scary, actually. I didn't think I would live in a time where we had such blatant corruption that just went unchecked. Yep. It's like Putin. It's like Putin. We're no better than Putin, I guess. And that's how I feel.
It's the same corruption that all the Bernie supporters were supposedly rallying against.
I know, and now
he endorsed her, but she is the epitome of corruption.
Yeah, I would endorse her too. I'd be afraid that he'd be killed. Vince Foster was killed by Hillary Clinton. I truly believe that. Look it up. Vince Foster was murdered. Two more things. One is advice for freshmen. Andrew, did you think of anything to tell the freshmen?
I'd say, let's see. I'd say stay on top of your classes, kind of like the other guy was saying.
Raymoan,
yeah. I'd say you may have a little bit more free time than you're used to during your days, even though you have classes. Make sure you dedicate a lot of your time to school in these first few weeks and get your classes down, know your routines, and then you can start to find time to fill in the gaps with fun stuff. But I'd say don't get yourself behind. Remember that it's easiest to set your grade averages high when you're early in school, freshman, sophomore. You got to make sure that you keep those grade points up because it's easy to change right now, but once you get junior, senior, it gets harder and harder. So take advantage of that opportunity.
Absolutely. Good advice. My advice is go to the ATM, take out $20, go to the library, set up your printing account at the library, and put the $20 in. That seems like a lot to pay for printing right off the bat, but there's nothing worse than having to print out an assignment before class and not having the money and then not having any cash on you. That's horrible. So if you put in $20 now, you'll have, 200 pages. You have 200 pages. That'll cover you for the semester. Oh, probably. So just take care of that and you won't have to worry about that. And as far as going to class and stuff, if you need a podcast to tell you to go to freaking class, then you're not going to go anyway. So, Andrew, we have one more thing to talk about. You wanted to talk about the college Republicans. Is that correct?
Yep. I am on the e-board over there. I'm also on the executive board for Michigan Federation of College Republicans, which is the governing body for all the chapters in Michigan. And basically, it's a group on campus. We meet at 7:30 on Wednesdays and flight 438. And what we do is we'll discuss what's going on in the country, things like that. But also, we have a lot of cool opportunities to go volunteer for campaigns right now. A lot of it is funded, so you get cool trips to like Grand Rapids. Some people went to Mackinac Island, and these are fully funded trips, so you get some really cool opportunities.
In D.C. too, right?
Yep, there's a Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, every spring, and I've heard that's a lot of fun. I haven't been to it yet, but the College Republicans is a group. We're not crazy like the media says. It's a group of good people, and we just believe in conservative values. Even if you're on the edge, if you're in the middle, feel free to come to a couple meetings, see if you like it. Look us up on Facebook. Come to an event or two, and we'd love to have you and show you what we're about. So,
Andrew, what's your email in case anybody wants to get some information on this?
You could email me at kapanoa@ferris.edu, or post a question on the Facebook page. You could do that too, or come to a meeting and ask us in person. That'd be the best.
Yeah. And I can say, I'm not going to admit that I'm a member of the College Republicans because that would make me appear biased, but I can say that at the College Republicans, we are a diverse group of thought. It's not just the guys with the Hillary for Prison t-shirts and the camo hats. A lot of us are free-thinking people who happen to align more closely to the Republican Party. So if you think, oh, well, I don't agree with this, or I don't like Trump, or whatever it is, you'll still find a place in the College Republicans where we're close friends. We go to the gate for bowling. We do a lot of fun stuff.
B-dubs.
I mean, we're friends, and we have one common goal, and we have a lot of fun. So that is something I strongly encourage you to come to. And And anything else you want to say, Andrew?
It's even if you're not in a political career, it's a good group. Like, I'm in pre-optometry. Kip's in psychology. We're both members. It's just a good way to get involved because, it's your duty as an American citizen to uphold that part and know what's going on in the country. So, we'll get speakers like congressmen to come in, local officials, and it's really good to be informed like that. So, again, I encourage you to check it out, and I hope to see you there.
Yeah, it's good times. All right, that is the Torchcast for the week. Tune in every week for a new episode, new guests, and if you want to be a guest, email me I'm going to give my other one. Bibey, BIBYK @ferris.edu. Email me and we will set it up. Have a good week, Ferris.
The question remains, which MCs will reign? Which ones will gain? How many suckers will feel pain? Ask yourself the same question. Phrases I spit like slugs after I sip from my mug. Life is bug. The baseline groove is my drug. Now